good morning. Welcome to the channel. It's me leaving the corn exchange, so just going to do a little video. Well, I don't know how long I'm going to do this video. I mean, we could video all the way out to the earth. That was a wet morning. Yes. Whew, yeah. Wasn't it? The problem now is that all the boxes and everything's all damp now. What the hell was that? So, it's a problem. But, you know, it's like, what can you do? You've got to try. You got to try, like, you know. So now heading to friends for a coffee. So that's in the earth, not near the earth. So it really is a wet day, aye. It kind of eased off a bit about 9 o'clock, and I thought, oh, that's not too bad. I got everything out, and it still got wet. So I was like, oh dear, not a good day. I haven't had to use my new diesel here. I slept in the van last night, stealth camping. It's like stealth camping in Edinburgh, and it wasn't. I never felt it cold at all. So didn't use my diesel heater. So really, I mean, I really need it for when it's below zero, you know. When it's below zero, yeah, need it then. I got here quite late. I left Stirling quite late. Because I was in two minds about it. I thought I'm not going to bother coming in. So I didn't leave Stirling till like 1:30. So maybe that's why I didn't feel cold, because when I sat putting videos on, I was watching. Like it's difficult shutting down sometimes. But I'm watching this lady called Karen Strawn, which is a Scottish name actually. Northeast Scotland, and she's Canadian. She's talking about, it's really interesting. I can't even articulate. I need to watch it again, but she's talking about human behaviour. So we're talking about feminism and why. So she's examined in a sort of in a more academic way than what seems to be the case with feminism. Because feminism, or any kind of ism, is generally fairly vacuous, and it's got sort of greedy people clutching at straws. But this lady really explains why women behave the way they do, why men behave the way they do. It's actually really interesting. I would say it's like the real behaviour rather than the. So what the sort of feminist doctrine or the ideological doctrine, so the LGBT thing and the trans thing and everything, it's all actually quite vacuous, and it just latches on to various ideas. And I'll try to explain this. I believe it kind of latches on to specific. It picks one part of something and doesn't analyse it. So they go with one, like say like the gender pay gap is a good example. So men earn more than women. So then the conclusion that the feminists come up with is that it's unequal. But the reality is that men actually work longer hours, they work harder, they're just better at that sort of thing. Because women are designed to look after children, bring children up. It reminds me of when I said that to this lady at university. She actually was really biblically angry at me saying that, this young lassie, she was so stupid, unbelievably stupid, this lassie. She thought that this is her reason, our reason, anybody's reason to be on the earth is to procreate. I said that, and she just went nuts. She actually chased me down the corridor. It was actually really funny. She chased me down the corridor. She just wasn't having it at all. Just a very immature person. She's been fed that shit, see? Unrealistic shit. Sadly, everybody suffers from that. But this lady, I'm going to watch it again tonight. She explains all, like, the mating structures and how specific men fathered so many children and how some didn't. You know, so we're talking about object and actors. So, and the analogy was, she was told when she was out hiking and scouts, guides, she was in the guides obviously, that if you get lost, just stop, stay where you are. So that would be object. So you're just an object. Sit there, and the reason is that you're going around in circles and people won't be able to find you. That's why. Oh fuck. This fucking thing's fucked. Oh shit. Oh. I wonder if it's a fucking electric car. I would be surprised if it is. Bastard. I wasn't paying attention there actually. But I suppose it's easy to do that, eh? He did have his person did have the hazards on. So it's kind of my failure there. Really. And I was actually needing to reverse a wee bit, and there was a car right behind me. So I'll look at that footage later. It was a Jaguar. I think it was it isn't necessarily it might be an electric car, you know. If it is, they are fucking useless, you know. It's fucking shite they come away with. It really is ridiculous. Actually, what actually happened there, my dash, I've got this new dash cam, and the cable keeps, I'm using a USB connection, and it keeps going off, and I think I actually messed with it there just before I nearly ran in the back of that Jaguar. Never mind, I've got this phone on. The other problem is it's saying cards fail on the dash cam that I fitted, so I'm going to have to, I took the card out of my other old dash cam. The same card failed, so I need to go and buy some of these card things. So yeah, it's like this lady. Yeah, I mean, I love finding out about things like that. Human behaviour is fascinating, you know, and it's actually tragic as well, human behaviour, because, like I say, all these people with these ideologies, and I've been through that myself. I actually believed a lot of that stuff. I don't believe it anymore, which is, it's difficult for me because, like, ignorance is bliss. But I should have found out a lot of stuff before that I went through what I went through, and it does really bother me. Like, but it's not a lot anybody can do about it. Apart from me, I've just got to live with it. But we only get one shot at life. Definitely, I took life for granted when I was younger. I think everybody does. It's not until you get older you realise, you know, just like you only get a shot at it, you know, and then it's over. Gee, all the bits and pieces of you go back to the universe. I mean, that was like. what happened last night? I was blabbering on here, but when I got there, I was still like bright as anything. So I was watching this video and I was sitting in the seat here, and I should really have went to sleep, you know. So I didn't go to sleep till I suppose 3:15. Heading home. Well, I'm going to visit my friend. Like, you know, Saturday's alright. I mean, I'll just I got to do some stuff. I've got tomorrow. The weather's looking better tomorrow, and probably gonna have to. Normally I take the car on a Sunday due to the fact that I get charged more for the van. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I could either load the car up or put the rest of the stuff in the van and take a load of stuff to the van. The more stuff you take, the more work you've got, you know? So it's like, you've got to think about that, you know? The van's going to be totally gummed up inside. All this dampness. Open the window a wee bit, but oh yeah, what's that? A Sirocco. So there's 2 breakdowns today. I hope it's not me. I hope I don't have a breakdown. I noticed there's a big puddle of oil under the van. It's got an oil leak. But I think it's oil. But like, you know, when it rains, an oil leak always looks worse, doesn't it? So I'm looking at it going, Jesus fuck, is that as bad as that? You know? And then I hope it's not diesel. There's another one broke down. Vauxhall Corsa. There's 3 breakdowns a day. But I mean, that Jaguar was in a very unfortunate position. You know, right at that roundabout. Of course, some modern cars, I mean, probably all the brakes were locked up. You know, so you can't push it. I mean, it's like, fuck that. They're crap. Stupid electric. See, these things are really heavy as well, electric cars. And the thing to do is boycott. You know, you should boycott everything the government's telling us. You should boycott it. I mean, like, the people don't actually have that much, we don't have that much power because we're compliant. And what they do is, the powers that be, let's say they call it that, the global powers, they know the nudge techniques, and social media's doing it, the internet. So we're being nudged along to start believing things without questioning it. But obviously people like me question it. But so like the climate crisis and all that crap, it's all orchestrated by the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. I mean, that guy really should be gotten rid of, you know. I don't want to say what exactly I mean there, but I mean, these lot, so they're taking over our freedoms, taking our freedoms away. So it takes them. So basically, what they do is they don't take all your freedoms away instantly. They gradually. So the pandemic thing was a great excuse to try it out. I mean, I actually personally got criticised for walking during the pandemic. The first part of the pandemic, I was criticised by some arsehole who I remember who it was, and it was fucking out of order, you know. Of course, as things transpired, it turns out, you know, that, well, it's kind of pretty standard procedure now that it actually was manufactured in a lab in China, you know, and it got out somehow, virus. You couldn't even say anything like that on social media at the time. I got what they call vaccines. I can't remember, did I have one or two? I can't actually remember. I was actually working as a carer at the time, and the logic was that you actually kind of had to, because you were going to you're working with vulnerable people, so I kind of believed it was the right thing to do at the time. But I don't know if it's done any damage to me. I don't know. Because there has been a lot of deaths associated with the vaccine. But of course they wouldn't want to. So basically what they did is they grabbed all the money, didn't they? So they won't want to admit any of that, because then there'll be massive payouts. I mean, they made a lot of money out of the vaccines. So it was like free. They got free advertising on the Matrix. Yeah, the Matrix boards. So here we are coming up to roadworks, something or other. I don't know what it is. Must be roadworks. Disaster today, but you know, I mean, I got some videos last night and everything, you know, like, I suppose it's a bit of a change. We're in Edinburgh, Corn Exchange, Slateford, and so I don't regret coming in, you know. Slept alright last night. It wasn't like what I do. I've got this bed settee in the house, one of these put you up bed things, you know, that you put away and open up again. So I take the cushions off that. What I've found the best way to sleep in this, when I'm doing this, is to sleep on the banana boxes. I've got stuff in them. If I lay them out and I put the cushions on top of that and then the duvets, it's actually really comfortable. And it's better than sleeping on the actual floor of the van, because there's a draft just under the door because there's a seal missing. But last night I never noticed any like coldness or anything. It was fine. It's absolutely fantastic. Criticise these videos, you know, there's not a lot of people, but some people do, and it's like, well, because at the moment we're just driving along the road and I'm videoing the road, recording the road. I mean, it's like, you know, fucking thing's put off. Yeah, I mean, it's like a bit boring, yeah. Sometimes I think I can, if I'm in a bit of a chatty mood, it can be a bit more interesting if I'm going on about specific topics. But today, you know, I'm a bit damp and I'm a bit like sort of overwhelmed by things, and so I'm just, you know, so I put the thing on and it's like, well, I mean, I've watched similar videos that other people have done. So there's a guy like drives around Stirling or something, or whatever city it might be, and then he's got like, he drives around sort of like historical buildings from one to another sort of thing. And so I suppose what I'm doing is I believe it could be useful in the future as well, because a lot of people don't, I mean, you've got to realise, well, people sometimes don't seem to get how things change. You know, roads change and roundabouts and junctions and flyovers and cars, you know. That's what happens, you know. So I think I might maybe end this one now. Because the other thing is, it takes ages to load it when it's, you know, too long. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I might just keep it going for a bit longer. I suppose I should really end it, like, somewhere, you know. So when I'm listing it on YouTube, I should be from Slateford to the Kelpies or something, right? Instead of just ending it abruptly. Sometimes my videos do end abruptly, and that's because something happens. Like yesterday, one of the buttons got pressed by mistake. It's because of the holder thing that I've got. I touched the button and turned it off. But I zoomed it in and shut the video off. Weird thing happened. The rain easing off. Might even be able to switch the wipers off in a minute. noises, the fan makes weird noises, and it was like sounded really weird this morning because the fan belt is a bit precarious. I'm not happy with the fan belt. It never seems to look right. It's like, is that going to freaking snap or something or fall off? Doing 62, which is, I mean, I came in here about 45 last night. I think I tend to drive faster when I'm going home. You know, you just want to get away, don't you? And it's like, oh, I need to get out of here. So I suppose what I was saying when I was talking about cars strong earlier, and most of these videos that I'm watching have been loaded about 10, 8, 9 years ago. But what she does is she analyses, I believe, the topics to a deep level, whereas the majority of vacuous commentators or activists just sort of hover around the surface of something. So basically, it's almost like they either don't want to, or they, quite frankly, don't have the intelligence to actually examine the topic, or the time, or can be arsed. Or they're just greedy bastards wanting extra money, you know, or extra rights for doing nothing. If that's the case, then it's quite sad, you know. But I'd say I've been down there. I mean, people always think they're getting a raw deal, don't they? It's just human nature. But even when they're getting things done for them, because they can't really evaluate not having the shit. Imagine if we didn't have plumbing all of a sudden, right? You know, because we're used to plumbing, aren't we? Can you imagine we didn't have plumbing, like, or hot water, or all that stuff. Imagine you didn't have it; it all just disappeared. Could you imagine that? That'd be like, wow, we don't have any plumbing. It's like, gee, it's a motorbike, a brave person today out on a motorbike. No coppers on the bridge today. Nice Jaguar. That one's got an internal combustion engine, so that'll be less likely to stop moving. I'm at 65 now. Dash cam's stopped working. I'm going to try the cable that came with it. I'm not using, so I'm going to try that and see if that works. Or I don't know whether I can. Is it the fault of the cigarette lighter? Can I maybe like get in there and pull the connections tighter or something so that it stays in? Because it's both USB things that I've got are doing the same problem, which would lead me to believe it's the actual thing itself. I don't know if you can bend it around or make it tighter. It's actually the cigarette lighter. I think the male part probably would be better to tighten that up, pull that out or something. So they're just cheap things, aren't they? I think I'll probably stop filming after the Kelpies. So we're nearly at the Kelpies. I like doing the videos So I quite enjoy it. So it's like that thing your life, and you introduce a new thing to your life, and it is kind of enslavement really. That you like say you can't go somewhere without doing some activity. So it is a wee bit like some form of OCD. But well, yeah. I mean, it's like before. I mean, the internet. I think we're better off without it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I started it, and I got my children convinced me to go on Facebook. Then I got kind of addicted to it. I really liked it. You know? Volvo, you're going to come out? Yeah, come out. There's the Kelpies. There's the Kelpies right there. Can you see the Kelpies? Well, you don't get a great view of them, but yeah, that's it. That's the Kelpies. Right, I think, well, I don't know if I will. Yeah, okay then. So, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.